Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artiste, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
Well, isn't this exciting? Isn't this terrifically exciting? I am Notme, I am Art, and I am your host for I Am Smart. Up here, I Am Smart, the quiz where people compete for the right to say, I am smart. By engaging with this quiz, you are accepting that you don't know everything. And that's absolutely fine, nobody does. For instance, why is Rita Ora famous? I don't know. If you're anything like me, you don't know everything because you spend less time thinking and more time feeling. Yeah? For instance, I feel like Rita Ora is too talented to have a single reason why she's famous. She just auras much Rita than anybody else. Okay? The format of the quiz is very, very simple, very, very straightforward. 5 rounds, 5 questions, and 5 musings. Okay, so it's 30 points overall. That's all we're doing. That's all we're working for here. All you'll need to engage with this quiz is something to write with, something to write on. That could be an old-fashioned pen and paper. Could be a phone. If you want to go modern, that's absolutely fine. You'll need your brain for the quiz questions, and you'll need your imaginosphere, yeah, for the musings. That's all you'll need. That's all you'll need. You'll also need a beverage for toasting. I am somebody who enjoys a toast. I think it's a great way to start anything is by toasting, and so we're going to be toasting right now. I've got my beverage here. It's green, which means that it's interfering rather nicely with the green screen behind me. So here we go. You can join me in the toast if you want. You can toast me. That's fine. Nobody's going to stop you by any stretch of the imagination. Here we go. To me, to you, to those who don't have a clue. We've all been there, yeah? Welcome to you guys most of all. You're the perfect people for being here, yeah? You're the ones who need this most of all. Cheers. Sit down, have a chill out, enjoy a quiz. Wonderful. Isn't it? Do you like this? Do you like the setup here? The fact that these things going behind my head? It's all very, that looks real cool. That looks real cool. It's exciting as playing I Am Smart for the first time. Killer Kilch, lovely to see some friendly faces in the chat here. Lovely to see some friendly faces. Juice Dota, hello to you. The Killer, hello. Anna Karine, no money. No money. No, that's a very good point, actually. I'm very glad you've brought that up. This isn't about money. Okay, this isn't about prizes. Yeah, this isn't about, foolishness like that. Shenanigans of that sort. This is about something deeper. Yeah? This is about us competing to be the best that we can be. There's art in that. Self-improvement, it's all about art. The only person you need to be in competition with is yourself. Yeah? Is to try and better what you... Obviously, that's going to be difficult for this first week because you're going to have nothing to go on. But for next week, you're going to be looking back to this week and saying, I want to be smarter than I was this week. So really think of future yourself and really try and make it as difficult as possible for them. That's a great point. Thank you, Anna Karine. Absolutely. Cheers. And glory. And glory. Absolutely. Because there is a very special prize that is non-monetary. It has no monetary value, but hopefully it'll mean a little bit more to you. It'll mean a little bit more to you. Who is ready for a first round? Anyone ready for a first round? Yeah? Let's get on with the first round, shall we? It's a little round I like to call Yay or Nay. There it is. There's the yay or nay. You can see it there. We're going to go with our first question. TB Douglas, hello. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just get down to it. So, we have the first round, yay or nay. It's very simple. Yay or nay is there's a binary. It could be it's true or false by any other name, but just legally distinct from true or false. Okay, so I'm going to read, there's going to be 5 statements, and you just have to say whether you agree with them or not. If you agree, yay. If you don't, nay. It's that simple. What's the subject for this yay or nay? Phil Collins. Phil Collins. What do we know about Phil? What do we know about Phil? Your girl Sarah Kilch, Snazzy Duds. Thank you. I thought I'd dress up. This is my game show attire. Ideally, this would be sequined in some way, glittery, a bit more bedazzled than it is, but, you make do with what you've got. And I'm not going to wear a shirt and tie. It's too warm for that. Come on. So we're learning about Phil Collins. How much do we know about Phil Collins? Who's ready for question 1? This is the first question ever on I Am Smart, which is pretty exciting to me. Let's see what we've got. Yay or nay, Phil Collins has 2 middle names, David and Charles. Philip, David, Charles Collins. Yay or nay? And there's multiple parts to this. Does he have 2 middle names? Does he have 3 middle names? Does he have 2 middle names that are just not David and Charles? Is it Phil, David, Leroy Collins? It's up to you. Yay or nay? All of it has to be true for it to be a yay. Okay? Question 2. Phil Collins has had 2 wives. 2 wives for the Philster. How do you feel about that one? I mean, there seems to be a run of 2s at the moment. 2 middle names, 2 wives. Are they both true? Are they both false? Both yay? Both nay? It's up to you guys, yeah? Number 3. Oh, let's move that down. Gosh. Let's move that down. Phil Collins is the only artist in history to sell over 100 million records, both in a band, the band being Genesis, and as a solo artist, the solo artist being, of course, Phil Collins. Again, it's multiple parts. Has he sold over 100 million records as both a solo artist and a part of a band? Probably. He's pretty great, but is he the only one? Again, it's all got to be true for it to be a yay. Let's move on. Number 4. Phil Collins' first solo album was called Face Value. Was it named because he was asking you to take him at face value? Who knows? Who's Phil Collins? Killer Kilch. That's a disappointing question at this stage. He is one of the most versatile musicians that this world has yet produced. He was started off as a drummer in Genesis. Then when Peter Gabriel skedaddled, he became a drummer/singer. What? Drummer/singer? When's that ever happened before? Never, probably. But the good thing about this is you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right regardless. You could just throw a pin in a dartboard, toss a coin. If you want, that's your call. See where the Lady Luck gets you. Final question for this round. Phil Collins has won an Academy Award. Has he won an Academy Award? AKA an Oscar? Has he won one of those? What do you think? Yay? Oh, yay, he's won it. Maybe. Nay, he hasn't won. Your call. You tell me. We'll find out the answers at the end, yeah? Nice and easy. And then that's the end of the questions, guys. That's the end of the questions for this round. But with every round, there is a question that isn't so much a question, but more amusing, yeah? So it's going to be signalled with an M for musing, okay? So this one's not a fact. Here we go. What's the musing for this round? If you were hosting Phil Collins for dinner, what would you cook him? What would you cook Mr. Phil Collins for dinner? The gorilla in the Cadbury chocolate ad. Absolutely. He was in that gorilla suit. They said that he wasn't. But nobody else could hit those skins like Phil. That's my take. That was his high point. T.B. Douglas, absolutely. Confirming. What would you cook for Phil Collins if you were hosting him for dinner? No right or wrong answers. Or rather, there's no wrong answers. It's all just, it's gut. It's really a gut thing. Okay? And that's the end of round 1. That's how easy it is, guys. That's how easy it is. So let's go for another round. Do you want another round? I'm pretty sure you do. Pretty sure you do. Let's go for... I mean, that's too similar, actually. Let's go for this one. Let's go for the next round, guys. This is exciting. Anagrams. Anagrams. Good gracious. Good gracious. It's so an anagram. So as an artiste, you need to be able to look at the world and just kind of jiggle things around a little bit. It's by looking at things from a slightly different angle. You come at it from an angle, or take the things that exist in the world, just mix them up a bit. That's where you get the best art. That's where you really it gets okay. Killer Kilch, I'm not smart at those. Well, give it a try. Give it a try. You might surprise yourself. Hopefully you will. Okay, so all of these songs, all of these anagrams, little spoiler there, little spoiler, but only by a few seconds. All of these anagrams are songs of the 70s, okay? They're all big songs of the 70s. I'm not going for any deep cuts or B-sides by any stretch of the imagination. We're just going in, okay? But, oops. Juice Dota. It's childish, but it raised a chuckle. Anagram number 1. Quince Nag Den. What 70s song is represented by the letters Quince Nag Den, just in a different order? You tell me. Quince Nag Den. Which, of course, would be some kind of underground meeting of horses who enjoy the fruit that is a quince, or is it just a paste? I assume starts off as a fruit and then becomes a paste when people pasted it up. I don't know. So like Legos for the brain. Sarah Kilch, absolutely. Take these bricks, put them in a different order. What have we got? Quince Nag Den. There we go. Number 2, As Harmony. As Harmony. Singing the song? Yeah, it sounds like it's as harmony. I don't know, maybe. Might work. As Harmony. What letters are in there? It's a bit tricky. Maybe. Also 70s. They're all 70s. All of them. And I can tell them they're from the 70s because I got it by Googling biggest songs of the 70s. So if they're not in the 70s, I think we should be knocking on the door of Mr. Google, shouldn't we? And complaining. As Harmony. As Harmony. Feel free to write these down. Again, we're not going to be going over the answers until the end. So feel free to write these ones down as they are. Just kind of go through them as we go along. That's the end of that one. Your Evasion. Your Evasion. I know how you managed to avoid getting hit by that car. It was because of your evasion. Yeah? Your Evasion. To be in your guy's shoes. I know the answer, so it's less interesting for me, but to be in your shoes. Good gracious. Good gracious. That's enough for that one, I think. Number 4, anagram. All ya. And I hope all ya get this one right. All ya. All ya. The fact that it's only 5 letters, does that make it easier? Or does that make it harder? Easier or harder? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Maybe that was a rhetorical question. disappears. That's fun, that. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then finally, this one's the tricky one. This one's the tricky one because it's the longest. So maybe length is... Anyway. 8 raw via honesty. Someone said, is this raw? The other person said, yeah, it is raw. And then the first person ate the food via honesty because they wanted to eat something raw. Again, it's just these little scenarios that crop up. Little scenarios that crop up. 8 raw via honesty. It's tricky. It's tricky. What about the musing? Musing. Bohemian Rhapsody is a big song. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows all the lyrics to it as well, pretty much. But the musing is, if you had to give Bohemian Rhapsody a title that was a lift from the lyrics, what name would you give it? Because obviously Bohemian Rhapsody does not crop up in any of the lyrics. Because it was, I guess, written when Freddie Mercury was just feeling a bit mental. Just feeling a bit crazy. As depicted in the outstanding film Bohemian Rhapsody. They didn't want to, the record company, Mike Myers, was like, no, don't want to do, bleh. Freddie Mercury was like, yeah, actually, I'd like to do that. But I'm not going to, Anna Crine, sing a little to remind me. I'm just a poor boy, from a poor family, sparing his life from his monstrosity. Easy come, easy go. Will you let me go? Espilla, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Espilla, we will not let you go. Let him go. That's one part of it. It really dives all around, though. It really dives all around. Don't try and catch your breath while you listen to that one, because there's very little repeated. Thank you so much, Anna Karine. It was you put me on the spot, and I responded, I think, admirably. And that's round 2. Gosh, we're getting through them, aren't we? We're getting through them. Who's up for another round? Let's do this one. Yeah, let's do this one. There we go. Rock and roll indeed, Juice Dota. Rock and roll indeed. So, Look Close. Look Close, this one's called. You can see it up there, just about. It's a difficult font, but it was clearer on the previous. Anyway, Look Close. So I'm going to show you a video. It's going to be an old video of young Notme. When I was a little younger, I spoke a little differently, actually, but let's not look into that too much. Is one of the first mini-vids I ever did. Long-time fans will be very aware of my mini-vids. They were really my first entry into the world of video art. Minute-long little slices of thought and imagination. This one's all about the sun. So I want you to watch this video. Watch it close. Look close. Because I'm going to ask you some questions about the video after it. Do we understand? We understand? We understand. Okay, so. Eyes peeled, guys. Eyes peeled.
I am not me. I am art, and I am wary of the sun. As you can see, today the sun is high in the sky, which is creating wonderful temperatures of 21 degrees, or as the Americans would call it, 73. Days like today are an invitation for everybody, with the exception of agoraphobics and goths, to get outside and enjoy the sun's rays. But for people like myself, people who have been blessed with the kind of porcelain complexion that many Elizabethan women willingly contracted lead poisoning to achieve, that fun is not without a cost. If I stay in the sun for more than 8 minutes at a time, I'll literally turn puce. And therein lies the lesson. Carpe diem. Get outside and enjoy all the fun that you can. If you're going to have fun, have it with both barrels. But if you have too much at the same time, you might get skin cancer.
Ah, to have that hair. To have that hair again. That was shot back in 2016. I've become a little bit older, a little bit wiser, a little bit less hairy since then. Which is, fine. It's nature. It happens. It doesn't mean anything. I hope you're all paying attention. I hope you're all looking close, although it's more listening close with that one because there's not a huge amount of visual interest in the video, but it's more what I'm saying. It's the depth of my words. Question 1. What temperature was the temperature in Celsius? What was it in Celsius? What was the temperature in Celsius? Nice and simple. It's just a number. It's just a number. Question 2. Who is the sun bad for aside from goths? According to younger Notme with that magnificent mane of hair. Who's the sun bad for? Goths, obviously very bad. I do feel for them in the hot weather. Just not built for it, are they? But they've made their commitment to that kind of lifestyle. Did you get a new office chair? As in from the last most week show? This is pretty old. I mean, I think I've got this since I made that sun video, but then I was outside. So no, this is the same one. I'm not. It's maybe a bit more lit up this time because the aesthetic for the most week show tends to be must be the suit jacket as well. Could be. It's just a mesh back, just fairly simple mesh back chair. It's pretty good though. It's pretty good. It's a little stained by this point, but we all know we all know what I'm like with sweating. Maybe I'm looking too closely. No. Look as close as you like. It's the price I pay for being art. Question 3. What kind of poisoning did the Elizabethan women contract to get pale skin? I'll ask again. What kind of poisoning did the Elizabethan women contract to get pale skin? You tell me. You tell me. Question 4. What disease might you get if you enjoy the sun too much? It's not a very nice disease. Not a very nice disease. It's one that my general distaste for being too hot and possibly my sweating disability might actually make me less susceptible to get. So, that's the silver lining. That's looking positively. Positive thinking. Creative. And the final question. Oh, he's gone back to the temperature. What temperature is the temperature in Fahrenheit? So, technically, if you get the first one right about Celsius, and you know your conversion, which I will confess I absolutely do not, I've been here for some years now, then you should be able to work it out in Fahrenheit. Ditto the vice versa of the reversing's. What temperature is it in Fahrenheit? Or was it, I suppose, on that balmy day back in 2016? That's the final question. But I hear you crying already, getting into the vibe of the quiz already. What's the musing? Not me. I'll tell you what the musing is. What's your favourite song that mentions the sun in the title? What's your favourite? Imaginosphere. Go back into those memories. Listen to those songs within your head. Oh, is it that one? Is it that one? To be honest, I'll accept any song that mentions the sun, even if it's not in the title, in a key lyric, perhaps. Let's just open the barn doors wide open. Let's not limit ourselves. I'm enjoying spinning. I don't often have this space when I'm doing the Most Week show, so the spinning is quite a nice. Gets that air flowing. Favorite song that mentions the sun. There we go. We're getting through them. That's 3 of 5. We're over halfway already, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go for this one now. Let's go for this one. Yeah? Let's do it. Artiste Spotlight. RT Spotlight. So this is kind of similar to the first round, to the yay or nay this week, but not necessarily in weeks going forward. I think it's important. I have the Well Done You segment on the Most Week Show, the award-winning Most Week Show, where I just give out some mad props, because I think as an artiste, game has to recognize game. And I think that the more positive we can be about each other's art, and the more positive that I am about other people's art, maybe the more positive people will be. Yeah? So each quiz, we're going to have one round that's about an artiste. Yeah, about an artiste. I'm going to shine the spotlight on them. Just give them a little bit of my, crumbs off the table. Yeah, a lot of people watching me. If I could just shine that light, I don't know. It just makes me feel good. But who's this one about? Who's the artiste of the inaugural I Am Smart? It's this fella. It's this fella right here. JT, Justin Timberlake. Huh? Couple of good-looking swines, but right here, no mistaken whatsoever. So this is going to be 5 questions and amusing about Justin Timberlake. Here we go. Question 1. What boy band did Justin Timberlake rise to fame in? Which boy band? I'm going to need the name of the boy band, not just a description of the boy band, because what you will find is that when you try to describe boy bands, it's very difficult to have an air of specificity to it. Oh, it's these guys. Sure. They all sing. Sure. Some of them dance. Absolutely. Some of them are clearly hired because of their dancing as opposed to their singing. Okay, you're not narrowing. I could name 50... Okay, so I am going to need the name of it. Question 2. Which late-night talk show host is Justin Timberlake's best friend? I'm going to give you a clue with this one. Which late-night talk show host is Justin Timberlake's best friend? And this is in America, of course, for anyone watching this in the UK at 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to give you a clue with it, okay? Which late-night talk show host? It's a white guy. There it is. That's all the help I'm going to give you. It's a white guy. Just to narrow that one down a touch for you. That's question 2. Question 3. The song Cry Me a River, that's a little bit high as well, isn't it? The song Cry Me a River was inspired by Justin Timberlake's relationship with whom? With whom? Which I think, but I'm not 100% sure, is the right usage of whom. More than happy to be corrected on that by anybody who's watching. Justin Timberlake's relationship with whom inspired the song Cry Me a River. Cry Me a River, which is one of my favourite ways to respond to somebody who is, I think, being unnecessarily aggrieved. Oh, cry me a river. Always cool. It's always cool. Question 4, what have we got? Justin Timberlake, this is very high. Justin Timberlake was the first victim of Ashton Kutcher's prank show. What was it called? I'm going to be honest with you guys, when I first watched this prank show, and I watched Justin Timberlake on it, he started crying because he thought they'd taken away his dogs. I, like so many, I laughed. I'll hold my hands up. But now that I have my son Jesus, also a dog if you're a new fan. Gosh, I just look back with regret. If somebody tried to take him away from me, I would simply evaporate into a pool of tears. This is for you, Jesus. I don't know where he is. And the final question in Justin Timberlake's RT Spotlight. How many times has Justin Timberlake performed in the Super Bowl halftime show? It's a big thing here in America. Very, very important. A lot of people banging on about it. Super Bowl halftime show. A lot of people will watch the Super Bowl specifically to watch the halftime show. That's something that I've learned. Like watching a TV show for the adverts. But they love it. And JT's done it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. You tell me. But he has performed. I can guarantee you that it's not zero. It's not one of those tricky ones. He has performed at the Super Bowl halftime show. But how many times? How many times? Just need a number. Just need a number, baby. And the musing. What do you think he smells like? What do you think Justin Timberlake smells like? If you just walked up to him, placed your nose by his collar, just wolfed in a huge gulp of air. What smell? Woo! I was lost a little bit there. That's the imagination coming back. Final round, guys. We're almost there. Final round. Here we go. Let's do it. Not. What's not? Not me. Well, this quiz is designed to make us all better artistes. Yeah? By learning about other artists, by being able to rearrange things as we see them, by being able to watch stuff and pay attention to it, by being an active viewer, by flipping coins. I don't know the yay or nay, but I quite like the round anyway. All of them are about art. But not is not. It's not about art. This is non-art. Not. It's a portmanteau, okay? So not is about essentially just a regular trivia round, okay? Because we know we need to know all that we can about art, absolutely, as artists. But we also need to know about the world around us, yeah? I wouldn't have enjoyed Castaway anywhere near as much had the screenwriter not had such a working knowledge of volleyballs and the way that they work and the way that they can steal your heart. So we need to know about stuff that isn't art, okay? And this particular NART round is about flags of the world. It's Flag Day on Sunday here in the United States of America, which is a day where they just flip and love their flag, which is great because it's very colourful. It's a wonderful flag. So I just thought this would be a great opportunity. Flags of the world. Let's learn about them, or let's demonstrate what we already know about them and probably learn a couple of more things. Okay? Flags of the world. Question 1. What is unique about the crosses featured on the flags of Scandinavia? What's unique about them? A lot of flags with crosses. A lot of flags with crosses. But the ones in Scandinavia, a little bit different. What's different about them? Thanks for the reminder. Absolutely. Flag Day is, I think, should really be up there with the Arbor Days of this world. Of like, yeah, I get why this is a national holiday. But too many people take the old stars and stripes for granted. I don't think Americans have enough of an emphasis on their flag. One man's opinion. What's unique about the crosses featured on the flags of Scandinavia? Question 2. What is the name of the flag of the United Kingdom? Just need the name of it. And this one's maybe more aimed at people who aren't from the UK. So if you are watching this in the future in the UK, this is kind of a gimme. It's kind of a gimme. You can write it down or type it with your thumbs and laugh. Oh, you non-UKers finding this one difficult. Really easy for me. Well, you might get your comeuppance in the next question. What's the name of the flag of the United Kingdom? Question 3. What is the preferred way of disposing of an old flag of the USA? They love the flags. They love the flags. But how about we've had this flag for a long time. It's getting a little threadbare, a little moth-eaten. Maybe it's been soiled in some way. Maybe it's been soiled, like it's been pooped on, and you think that's terrible. Pooped on by a bald eagle. What do you make of that? Is that better? Gosh, I just don't know. It's these. That's a really potent scenario. Old flag, the USA. I just want to get rid of it. What's the best way to do that? And this isn't necessarily the best way of doing it, but what's the preferred way from the point of view of America? Officially. Question 4 already. Wow. The flags of Australia, China, and Brazil all feature stars in their design, but which of those flags has the most stars? So again, with the mathematics, and cameraman George helped me out with this one. That means you've got a 33% chance of winning. Even if you don't know the answer, just taking a guess. It's either going to be Australia, China, or Brazil. Obviously, you do run the risk if you decide to kind of do a write-in vote and go for, like, I don't know, Botswana. You're going to have a much smaller chance of getting it right because I've given you the answer here. One of these 3. Yeah? Sarah Kilch, my British wife is having a hard time. I'm sorry about that, British wife. Cheer up. Oh, just with the quiz. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just a quiz. Nice and chilled. It's not for money. You haven't paid to play it, have you? You're not going to lose anything. And question 5. What weapon can be found on the flag of Mozambique? Now, I'm aware that most of you probably not going to be super familiar with the flag of Mozambique. Not going to be super familiar with it. Not, obviously. Do you want me to draw it from memory? I'll do it. This is probably going to be a bit of a guess, but I think you'll still be interested in the answer. What weapon can be found on the flag of Mozambique? The answer might surprise you. Clickbait. And then the musing. Our musing here. What's your favourite flag of a country you've never visited? Which basically, for all you Americans who flip and love your flag, which is great, you can't pick the American flag. You've got to pick a flag from a country that you've never been to before. Again, it's a favourite. It's a gut. It's really a gut kind of instinct on this one. And is that... Oh my gosh. That's the end of the quiz. That's all of them. I think we need to... I should have thought of something to kind of commemorate this better. But let's go back to... the main. Wonderful. And I'm just going to give you all a round of applause. Before we've even got to the answers, because I think you've all done a brilliant job for getting this far. Well done. Well done. Does anybody want to hear any of the questions again? Did I go too quickly on any of the questions? Just let me know in the comments. And I'll go back. I can do it. Let's get some of that music going back again. That was lovely when we were coming in, wasn't it? Nothing and Something by Carter. Round 2. Oh, was that anagrams? That was anagrams, wasn't it? Let's go for those anagrams again then. Anagrams. Is that too loud? That's too loud, isn't it? That's better. Okay, that's all right. So anagrams. We had Quintsnagden. Quintsnagden. It might help you to rearrange the words in this as well. Nagden Quints. Den Quintsnag. Your call. Number 2. As Harmony. As Harmony. As the kids would say, this song slaps. Love it. Number 3, Your Evasion. Number 4, we've got Orya. Orya! I hope Orya got that one right. Orya. Nice and easy. It's only 5 letters. It's got to be easier. Right. Number 5, 8 raw via honesty. 8 raw via honesty. Any other questions? Any other questions that anyone wants again before we go through those answers? Everyone's loving it. Everyone's loving it, and I'm loving it as well, guys. Okay. Let's flip and do this. Let's go yay or nay. Question 1, we had Phil Collins has 2 middle names, David and Charles. Is Phil Collins' name Phil, David, Charles, Collins? I mean, it's going to take ages, I guess, if we wait for everyone to answer for all of these, but I'll just go for the answers. Yay! That was a yay. That was a yay for question 1. Phil, David, Charles, Collins. He sounds like a king, and I would prostrate myself before him any day. TB Douglas knew it. Big fan of Phil Collins, I assume. I mean, I assume everybody is. You've got brains in your head, haven't you? This is too much of the music, isn't it? Maybe too much of the music. There we go. Just have that little burst. Phil Collins has 2 wives, or has had 2 wives. This isn't a question of polygamy. Yay or nay, 2 wives. That's a nay. He has not had 2 wives. This boy's had 3. Andrea Bertorelli from 75 to 80. Jill Tavelman from 84 to 96. And Oriane Kevi from 99 to 2008. Do you know what that means? 3 women have been legally betrothed to Phil Collins, and 3 women have let him slip through their fingers. There is just no logic in this world. Phil Collins is the only artist in history to sell over 100 million records, both as a band and as a solo artist. And I already know that this is going to be too big because of the thing, but we're just going to deal with it. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? That's a nay. He has sold over 100 million records, both in Genesis and as a solo artist, but so have a couple of guys known as Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney have also done that. I mean, that's a pretty good... For people who question, and there are some of them out there, for people that question whether Phil Collins is worth talking about in these kind of circles, point them to that fact. It's Collins, it's Jackson, it's McCartney. Rarefied air. Phil Collins' first solo album was called Face Value. Was it? Yay. Yay it was. Face Value. And it is a terrific album if you get a chance to listen to it. Pop onto Spotify or something. Could not recommend it enough. And question 5. Phil Collins has won an Academy Award. Does anyone know this one? Has he won an Academy Award? What did people guess? TB Douglas says yay. Anna Corrine says yay. Juice Dota says yay. Gosh, you're all right, aren't you? Yay. Of course he's got an Oscar. How many songs has he written for film? Just one. Just needs one. Best original song in 1997 for You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan. Made me feel for Tarzan. Wonderful stuff. Well done, guys. I know a lot more about Phil Collins than I realised. Absolutely. Because he's just one of those important figures that you just learn a certain amount through cultural osmosis. And then the final question was, if you were hosting Phil Collins for dinner, what would you cook him? What do people go for this? What are you cooking him? What are you cooking Phil? Best song ever from Sarah Kilch. I mean, it's up there, isn't it? It's up there. I mean, we've got Easy Lover. Bangers and mash. That's a great answer. I feel like he would really be into that. Really be into that. He's just a regular guy. Yeah. Mac and cheese. Feel good for the feel good man. Wonderful. Love that. 2 hearts and a side of air tonight. Bringing in the songs. I like that a lot. Tofurkey loaf. I don't know whether he is vegetarian, but I mean, if you're making it well enough, he might not even been able to tell. And scrambled eggs, Juice Dota. Scrambled eggs. I was thinking, along the egg theme, I was thinking, because him and Phil Bailey did Easy Lover, maybe he would have those, I'd cook him some eggs. Lover easy. Maybe. 2 hearts. Just cook him a beef heart. Twice. 2 beef hearts. Do you get it, Phil? Is what you'd say. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. What do you have for the anagrams? Anagrams. Oh, some people were struggling with this one, I imagine, and that's absolutely fine. Quince Nagden. Did anybody get it? Did anybody get it? I'm interested in these ones. Oh, it's 51 already. Maybe we shouldn't wait for all of them. Not a one. None of them. Oh, gosh. That's absolutely fine. 70 songs. They're tricky. Quince Nag Den Dag Dag Dan Dan Quit. What could the Q be? Killer Kilch, Dancing Queen. Absolutely. Wonderful. Quince Nag Den, Dancing Queen. Tip top. Tip top. Well done, Killer. Well done, Killer. What have we got? As Harmony. This one was a tricky one, I think. This one was a tricky one. You'll know the song. I guarantee you'll know the song. I guarantee it. But you might not have been able to get it. Might not immediately have jumped to mind. And that's absolutely fine. Don't beat yourself up about it, guys. Gosh. My Sharona. My Sharona. Wonderful song. Wonderful song. My Sharona. Congratulations if you got that. Question 3. What was the anagram 3? Your Evasion. Killer Kilch. Again. Did you get that one again? That was wonderful. Killer Kilch. Your Evasion. Do you just want to take the round? Take it. Your Evasion. What do you get? We should go for the music. You just get real low. Let's do like a 2%. No, that's fine. That's fine. Your Evasion. The word your is in there already. The word your is in there already because it is, of course, you're so vain. You're so vain. Crying. That's no need for tears. No need for tears, Killer. You're already storming this round. Much better than anybody else, apparently. You own it, yeah? No need for those tears. Dry your eyes. Number 4, what do we... I can't even remember that. Alya. Maybe easy, maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Number 4, Alya was... Yes, Juice Dota. Yes. Enjoy it a lot. Layla. Got me on my knees. Oh, Layla. Huh? Right? Terrific. Anna Karine, well done. Hats off to you as well. See, people are getting some. People are getting some. That's nice. And then the final one, trickiest one. 8 Raw via Honesty. And again, you know the song. I know you know it, guys. I know you know it. Juice Dota, no Stairway. Yes, Stairway. Stairway to Heaven. Which I'm sure is a stairway that we wish that we could all travel on one day. Stairway to Heaven, well done. Well done, Juice Dota. That's terrific work. That was the trickiest one, in my opinion. And then finally, if you had to give Bohemian Rhapsody a title that was a lift from the lyrics, what name would you give it? Anybody go for this? Oh, we are now playing Heart Piece by Harris Heller. That's nice. That's nice and chill, baby. Thanks, Harris. Appreciate that, dude. What name would you give it? Anybody? That's fine. That's fine. With this one, for me, I would have got Scaramouche. Scaramouche. I'm just a poor boy. That would be great. I think they're better. I think they take you into the song a little bit better. I personally would have gone for Mamma Mia, but I can understand why they didn't go for that one. I can understand why they didn't go for that one. What was next? Observations, I think. Observations. Look close. Look close. What was the temperature in Celsius? What was the temperature in Celsius? It was quite a warm day. It's within my my band of ideal temperatures. The temperature in Celsius was 21 degrees Celsius. Enough to get a little bit of a sweat on for most people, and a lot of a sweat on for me. Juice Dota, well done. Well done. That was wonderful. Did you get the second one, though? Who's the sun bad for, aside from goths? There is a little bit of a delay in the in you guys writing the answers and me seeing them, so feel free to anticipate. Feel free to anticipate where we need to. Moving on to a different song, so that's going to post in a second. Aside from goths, it is agoraphobics, people who don't like going outside. For what reason? Maybe we'll never know. Question 3. What kind of poisoning did the Elizabethan women contract to get pale skin? Of course, they contracted lead poisoning. Lead poisoning to get this kind of... Read it and weep, Elizabethan women. Elizabeth I. Read it and weep. Is that okay? What disease might you get if you enjoy the sun a little bit too much? It's kind of a macabre end to the video, but sometimes you have to go to those dark places. That was, of course, skin cancer. Skin cancer. Just make sure you... A lot of sun cream, a lot of sunblock. Keep out those harmful rays. And then the final question, what was the temperature in Fahrenheit? We got Celsius all right. Did we get Fahrenheit? That will end up being 73. 73. Killer. Yes. Right in there with 73. Enjoyed that a lot. And the musing, what was your favourite song that mentions the sun in the title? Anyone want to throw out there what they picked for that? Frontier by Dr. Vox. Nice. Happier Than the Morning Sun. I don't recognise that one, but I'm sure it's a wonderful one. Juice Dota, Black Hole Sun from Seattle's own Soundgarden. Soak Up the Sun, Sheryl Crow, and Walking on Sunshine by T.B. Douglas. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff, guys. Yeah, just some terrific choices. And a real kind of up and down for the tone as well. Walking on Sunshine, Soak Up the Sun. Wow. What a great album that would make. Maybe someone should do it. Then we've got... Okay, that was just a text. That's very unprofessional for me to check that. And then not final round. Artiste Spotlight. Artiste Spotlight. Stevie Wonder. He's, just sun radiates from him. Absolutely. Oh, Happier Than the Morning Sun is Stevie Wonder. Okay, lovely. If it's not in his greatest hits, I'm afraid I don't know it. Question number 1. What boy band did Justin Timberlake rise to fame in? This was an easy one, wasn't it? You all got this. Of course, that was NSYNC. NSYNC, which is actually, a lot of people don't realise, was a kind of a play on words with In Sync, where you do your washing up. Question number 2. We had, which late night talk show host is Justin Timberlake's best friend? You all went for it. You all knew it. It's Jimmy Fallon, of course. It's one of the Jimmys. Very excitable chap. And really does make me laugh a lot of the time when I watch him the day after, because I don't want to stay up that late. Question number 3. The song Cry Me a River was inspired by Justin Timberlake's relationship with whom? That, of course, was the young lady known to the world as Mr. Britney Spears. Again, that's a little low. There we go. Britney Spears inspired that song, which I'm sure she was very pleased about. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Question 4. Justin Timberlake was the first victim of Ashton Kutcher's prank show, but what was that prank show called? If you're looking for a grammatically correct answer, you're going to be disappointed. It's punked. Punked, perhaps. And then final question of this. How many times has Justin Timberlake performed at the Super Bowl halftime show? How many times? What do we think? The answer, of course, that hopefully you all got. Thrice. thrice. In 2001, he performed with NSYNC. In 2004, he performed with Janet Jackson. And in 2018, he performed on his own. They flippin' love him in the NFL. They flippin' love him. And then the final round, was NART. It was the flags of the world, of course. What is unique about the crosses featured on the flag? Oh no, we didn't have the. Oh gosh, sorry. We didn't do the musing. What do we think Justin Timberlake smells like? How could we go through fresh pine and popcorn? Oh, what a combination that would be. Fresh pine and popcorn. And a lovely bit of alliteration with that. Popcorn and Skittles. Wow, a lot of people going down this popcorn route. That's interesting. Vanilla and spice. Yeah, like a winter candle. I think he would. Whiskey. Maybe. I imagine he's a young man. He's maybe in his partying days. He enjoyed being on the sauce. That's absolutely fine. And why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't he? He's earned it. Wonderful stuff. Popcorn and Skittles. I mean, that's just sweet. I think we're all agreeing with that, aren't we? Sweet or alcoholic. Well done, guys. That's great. And then NART. What's unique about the crosses featured on the flags of Scandinavia? Of course, they are off-center. It's called the Nordic cross, interestingly enough. The Nordic cross. Again, learning. We're learning together. Question number 2. What's the name of the flag of the United Kingdom? All you UKers loving it right now, because of course it's the Union Jack. The Union Jack, which is a great name for a child potentially. This is my son, Union Jack. People say, "Wow, I need to respect this guy." Number 3, what is the preferred way of disposing of an old flag of the USA? If you guessed it, you might be surprised. I was surprised when I found this out. I had Jack. It's a little bit more than Jack, isn't it? It's not the name of it as in I call this one Jack and I call this one Dennis. It is more. It's a specific name. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not marking it. You're marking it. With respect. Maybe with a doffing of the cap. Jack. Maybe. What is the preferred way of disposing of an old flag? Oh, with respect. No. I get it. Absolutely. That was a misunderstanding on my part, and I apologize to everybody involved. No, the correct way of disposing of an old flag of the USA, and this is genuine, this isn't me making it up, burn it. Burn it. Apparently that's respectful. Apparently. Try and set me on fire and tell me it's respectful. I might have some stern words for you, but the best way to do it is burning it. Yeah, it's the most rock and roll way to go out. And the most Viking-ish, if that's a word. The flags of Australia, China, and Brazil all feature stars in their design. I think you fold it up fancy first. Yeah, there's some. It's got to be like a triangle. You got to burn the triangle. Anything else would obviously be very disrespectful. Brazil, by quite a while actually. If we got this one wrong, maybe check yourself. China has 4 stars on it, the big one and smaller ones. Australia has 6 on it. And Brazil has 27 in the middle, and that kind of globy bit in the middle. So, 27. That's a lot of stars. Maybe an excessive amount, but that's not for me to judge. What weapon can be found on the flag of Mozambique? Again, if you were guessing, you think what kind of weapons might be on a flag? Kind of, a blade of some kind or a pike. I don't know. It's an AK-47. No lie, look it up. Google it right now if you wish. Mozambique. They love an AK-47. It apparently means kind of defense and protection over there. True story. And finally, what's your favorite flag of a country you've never visited? Let's get them in. Overstarred. Yeah, I think Brazil's one is overstarred. I would agree with that. Killer. I think it's a little bit excessive. Like, 1 star's pretty... When you bear in mind that a star is essentially a sun, 58 of them, maybe a bit too much. Didn't know that. Wow, absolutely. Absolutely. Fave, Mexico. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because it's got the guac and the sour cream and the salsa, but then it's got the little thing in the middle as well. It's just, there's a lot going on with it. A lot going on with that. Really like that. Eagle and snake. Cool. Is it an eagle and a snake in the middle? That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Anna Karine goes for Japan. Yeah. Just there's something bold about that, isn't there? Something very, very bold. Philippines. Oh, I like that. We're finding little emojis for them as well. That's good. I like that. For me, it has to be the Seychelles. I've never been to the Seychelles. My parents went once. And I asked them whether I could go, and they flatly refused. Juice Dota. Is that Turkey? That's pretty good. I like the crescent and the... Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't think, personally, it's as good as that. I mean, look at that. Look at... That is a dynamic flag, is it not? The Seychelles. Ooh, enjoy that quite a lot. Just look at that. What a flag. What a flag, guys. But all great suggestions. All great suggestions. And so that's it. So the fun thing is, I don't think I mentioned before, so we get 1 point for every question that we got right, and you get 1 point for every musing that you got right. And the fun thing is about the musings, because there's no wrong answers, they're all right. Okay? So you've all got at least 5 points straight out of the gate. So well done. You've earned them. Okay? Using that imaginosphere as well as the brain. Wonderful stuff. Enjoyed it very much. So tot up your scores, tot them up, and let me know. Let me know who's won, or let me know what you got. I'd be very interested to hear the answers, because then it allows me to pitch the quiz better for next week. If everyone's coming out with, I got 6 right, I got 6 points, then I know that I need to buck up my ideas. 7:07. How does this take so long? I just too much great content, I guess. What do we get, guys? What are we listening to? First Flight by Approaching Nirvana. Nice use of piano there. What do you get? Just pop it in the 16 for Juice Dota. That's great. That's over halfway. That's over halfway, so that's really, really good. Hey! That's not great. Okay? You got it. You got that 16. You got over halfway. The killer got 21. So that is technically better, but you're getting it. You're doing it. And the ones that you didn't get right, you've learned. Yeah? That's what this is all about. It's a process. Yeah? And what you've done, TB Douglas, well done, 20. That's really nice. I like that a lot. Hitting that 2/3, I think that's going to be an important benchmark moving forward in the world of I Am Smart, personally speaking. Yeah, and what you've done, and Anna Karine with another 16. So everybody's got over halfway. That's a really good thing. Anna Karine, I learned anagrams are tricky to decipher. They are. I find them very tricky myself, which is why I wanted to challenge myself by putting them in. Yeah? It's all about self-betterment. Well, by this marking, we have the winner is Killer Kilch. And the prize that you get, Killer, I want you to write down in the comments what you would like next week's yay or nay to be about. This week was about Phil Collins because it was my choice. Next week is your choice, and it can be about anything you want within the world or frameworks of art. It could be a TV show that you'd like. It could be a movie that you like, an actor, a writer, an artist, a particular painting. Anything that has a Wikipedia page can be the subject of next week's yay or nay. That's the prize that you win. It is a pretty good prize, isn't it? I'm hoping that it's going to bring up some real interest, and because then it will allow me to learn for next week, because I have to write the questions, yeah? And also it makes it a little bit easier for you guys, because whatever the questions are, again, it's that 50-50. It's yay or nay, yeah? So I've thought it all through perfectly. Uh-oh! Sarah Kilch, 23. My gosh. Twist ending much? I mean, if Sarah Kilch wins it, then Sarah Kilch wins it. Apologies, killer. Apologies. But Sarah Kilch came in right at the end there. Wow, we thought that all the marks would come in, but possibly not. Wow. I mean, this is... I couldn't have really scripted this any better, could I? Any more dramatically. So Sarah Kilch, what have you got? What do you want? What do you want next week's Yay or Nay to be about? Checked and approved. Well done. Well done. What do you want next week's Yay or Nay to be about? Anything you want within the realms of art. Although technically anything is art. But stupid Union Jack. That would have got you closer. Yeah, that would have got you closer. But 21, that was taking you to 22, might have just been even more devastating your loss, because it would have been by only 1 point. What do you got for us, Sarah? What do you got? Salam Hayek. I'm going to assume that means Salma Hayek, the actress, and not something a bit more, I don't know, something maybe to do with the Islamic faith. Salma, absolutely. Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek it is. So tune in next time, guys, for the Salma Hayek round of Yay or Nay. But thank you very much for joining me for this modest slice of quiz. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned a little something. And I do hope you felt creative all at the same time. That's all I'm trying to do here, guys. That's all I'm trying to do. I am not me. I am Art, and I hope that you'll join me next week, same time, same place, for another opportunity to say to yourself, she's cleaning up poop. Okay, that was maybe TMI, but that's fine. You can all say to yourself, I am smart this week. Next week, you're going to have to play again, okay? Another opportunity to say to yourself, I am smart. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the very first episode. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Or also, I'll see you on Sunday, Most Week Show, 9 a.m, PDT. Take care. Cheers.
So there we go, and well done you, whatever your score might be. I definitely think that you are smart, though prob's not as smart as me. Your art will be better, trust me on this, should be nothing short of sublime. That's why you learn, and don't stop now, I'll see you right here next time. I am smart.